Hey everyone, I'm back. Last week I kind of wrote about things not being too great, but that I still kind of showed up and just kept going. This week is more about just kind of staying the course. Um, you know, uh, there was a bunch of stuff that kind of brought me down. The weather was crappy, gray and wet and cold, and doesn't help with your mood. We had like our last lunch for our company. We're still technically going to be in the building, and it felt like the end of an era a bit. The countdown to this company kind of closing up shop. And we've been doing this for 9 years. I've known a few of these people for almost 20 years. So it's definitely a little bit of a downer. I'm trying to be positive and hope that the next thing kind of brings a similar energy, similar feel to it. Friday was also Halloween. Uh, Once again, cold, wet, windy. I think I only ended up having one group of trick-or-treaters. I was okay with not seeing a lot of people and not having to deal with that. And that kind of bled into my weekend a little bit. Like Saturday, I was supposed to go to a tournament. My leg's been bothering me, but that was kind of just like a different excuse for me to avoid some of the social interaction. Some of these tournaments, they end up being a lot of drinking and goofing around. And I, since I haven't been drinking, I felt a little bit more anxious about being in those social situations. Like last week or a couple weeks ago, I went to, a party for one of the tournaments, and I wasn't drinking, and it felt weird. And I don't know, I was in my own head about it. And, I've talked to people kind of since then, and nobody really cares. But like me being me, I care. So I put a lot more on it than I think a lot of other people did. Instead of going to the tournament, I baked some cookies. I was experimenting with an idea that I had for a pumpkin ginger lemon cookie. The cookies came out okay. Like they taste good. They were chewy. They were soft, like kind of what you want in a cookie. But the flavor wasn't exactly what I wanted. Not that it tasted bad. It just didn't really taste like the pumpkin, the lemon, and the ginger that I wanted them to. So I guess kind of par for the course. Just like trying, but things not quite working out. Um, Sunday had some fun playing Ultimate. I thought we were gonna have like nobody, and then a ton of people showed up, which was a nice surprise. I also Sunday had like a good talk with a friend of mine. Just like one of those conversations that like kind of makes you feel a little bit more hopeful for the future and for things to come. So kind of rolled out of that in a good mood, and then Monday kind of kept going. I had another call with one of the companies that I've been talking to, and just kind of seeing uh, if I thought that this was a good fit for where I'm at in my career. And it's something that I'm still kind of mulling over if it is a good fit for me. Monday also happened to be the start of this indoor group called Indorables. It's like a small group of people that play indoor on Mondays. We play it during the cold weather, but we get to play inside, so it's kind of nice. The team that I was on kind of got wrecked. We play just like short games because it's indoor, so it's like a faster paced game. And I think we were close to winning one game and then fell apart at the end. So again, kind of story of this past week, just like things are okay, but sometimes things are not. That I could have done with maybe one win of one of those like 12-minute games, but still had a good time, still joked around, still had fun. So that was kind of nice, and it's nice to just start that up again after playing for a bit. Um, Kind of rested, and then Tuesday morning, got up. Uh, Kind of realized that my morning routine is just crap. Like I've been because I haven't had a ton of work to do, and I haven't been as focused as I should be. In the morning, sometimes I just kind of lay in my bed and scroll on my phone, which I kind of talked through that with a friend of mine just to figure out a better morning schedule, like getting up, doing a little bit of cleaning around the house, and then getting on my computer and kind of getting into the actual grind of the day instead of lagging and like sitting down, maybe watching TV or something like that. So did that in the morning, went and voted, went and did a few errands, and then, Tuesdays are Teo Day. So the big thing that we did was we started putting together a new Lego set, a T-Rex that is made from like car parts and all this kind of stuff. So it was super cool, and Teo had a really good time building it. And I didn't think we would actually finish it, but we did most of it last night. And then this morning he got up and was, awake and ready. And as I was making breakfast, he started to finish it. And then we ate breakfast and we finished it with just enough time before we had to go and drop him off at forest school. It was a little bit of a crunch, but it turned out kind of awesome. So yeah, that's been the last week. Started off kind of meh, and then this morning was kind of nice, and gonna just keep going. As I said before, I'm still working through what these videos are. A lot of it is going to be me just kind of talking about my week or what's going on, and if I have anything interesting to say, I'll say it. Not too much interesting this week, but I don't know, maybe next week that'll change. For now, I'll see you on the next one.